Hey everyone, my name is Philip Moss. This is the week 4 presentation for the past month during this class for Lighting and Shading 2. Um, Let me tell you, this has probably been one of the roughest but funnest classes I've done. Um, and for good reason. I'm going to go ahead and start off with week four's render right here. Now it says week 4 render 4.5, and that's because I did two renders, one with mesh lighting, and then the other one with Pixar lighting, regular Pixar lighting and glow, I believe, on the candles. So I did this because I wanted to see the difference in the two, and it is very, very subtle. I think the Pixar mesh lighting is way easier to do, in my opinion, and I actually found it a little more useful. And then I'll go over to render 4. So as you can see, there really isn't that big of a difference. One of them is dimmer than the other, and that just might be a setting that I have put on. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. So we're going to go backwards here, and now we're going to go into week 3 to where we just have the walls, the balcony, the telescope, the lighting, and this is where we did all the lighting. And I really enjoyed the lighting. I did have a little bit of trouble at first getting everything. Oh no, I'm sorry. Week 3 was the gems and all that. Week 2 was the lighting. So week 3 was really easy. I think that was probably one of the easiest weeks we've done. And then week 2, so maybe it was week 3. So yeah, week 3, the lighting I did find a little bit harder, but it wasn't as bad. I enjoyed this a lot because it really brought the scene to life more than anything, honestly. And then week 2, before we opened everything, it was fun and dull. And then week 1, where we just did the doors and the telescope, and that's it. It's very plain, but I learned so much through this class, and this is by far my favorite. You know, I took a little extra time on the vases. Um, One of the things I did different than, and I'm hoping that it doesn't hinder me a lot, but I really wanted to get creative, and it's because I added. Let's see if I could zoom in on this. I added glass as the handles because I thought it would look really neat and unique to the picture, especially with the aesthetic that I have here. And I want to kind of add a little bit of everything to this. So yeah, and looking back at it, I remember going into Maya, and it was probably one of the scariest things that I was about to be doing at the time, especially because I wasn't sure how well I was going to have or be able to remember everything. And I did struggle remembering little things like where to find glass material or where to find metal material, stuff like that. But then I slowly started figuring it out, and I figured out ways to remember how to get to all those. And I did do a lot of bouncing back and forth between videos, trying to figure out where I would find those at. One more thing I wanted to show you guys is between the mesh lighting and the regular Pixar lighting, there was only about a 14-second rendering difference, which is really cool because this is the mesh lighting and this is the regular lighting that we were supposed to do for the project. And this one actually took way longer, and the mesh lighting took way less time, or at least 14 seconds less, which could be a 14-second difference that we need in the real world. But needless to say, I did take away a lot from this, and I'm looking forward to coming classes, especially figure and figure drawing, and there was one other one that I'm having trouble remembering. Oh, digital sculpting and digital painting too. Um, I'm definitely looking forward to digital painting because I really enjoyed using um, this down here. The what is it? Oh, Substance Painter. Yeah. So I really enjoyed looking at Substance Painter and Unity. This was probably my all time favorite thing to do was Substance Painter and Unity out of the whole thing. But this project, I was able to actually share it with people as well and get people's input and see their reactions to the progress throughout the 4 weeks. And I think that was a really cool social experiment to do. And I'm kind of hoping other people did the same thing. And I'm not just the weird one that's like, hey, I want to show you guys my progress through school. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation, and I hope I answered some questions. Um, and I hope you enjoyed the scene that I created. Thank you so much for your time. You guys have a wonderful uh, Christmas vacation, and hopefully, I have some of you later on down the road.